What's going on, everybody? The Obsession Podcast back at you. I'm Mike Stanley.
And I am Carl Bethke.
How you doing, Carl?
I am outstanding, Mike.
That's good. It's good to hear.
We got North Dakota coming up here, brother.
Yes, we do. 5 days away.
5 days.
Actually 6, but we'll just call it 5 just because it makes me feel better.
Well, I think this is the one we're going to air. You and I will be there.
Right. So it'll be gun season here.
It'll be gun season here in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. All of Wisconsin.
All of Wisconsin.
So we could talk about gun season.
Well, Wisconsin,
What do you think about gun season?
Well, as we stated, we'll be in another state bow hunting. We'll throw that out. But the other thing, too, I seen something. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Wisconsin DNR came out with a number, my brother. And I seen it the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, 2 million deer they're saying we have in Wisconsin. I got to call BS on it. I really do. I mean, honestly, I always thought the DNR was pretty good at their numbers, but now if we're getting up into the 2 million range and complaining about deer numbers in the northern part counties.
We're not seeing deer, and there's no deer.
Yeah.
2 million of them?
It's 2 million.
Oh, boy.
In central to southern Wisconsin, there's just 2 million. I don't get it. And with our wolf number problem and our large bear numbers, and I don't know. It makes you think differently about some things currently. But as for gun season coming up, good luck to everybody who's going out, number one.
Right.
Be safe out there. A lot of people in the woods. I think 500,000 hunters again, probably, close to it.
Yeah, it's going to be something close to that again.
So,
The biggest whitetail hunting population
that is correct. Largest army going into the woods.
in the world for hunting whitetails,
Yeah.
for sure. So, we got that whopping $20 for non-residents for a tag.
Yeah, that's a loss for the
That's
state
pretty
of
good. Pretty
Wisconsin
good
all the
deal.
way around.
It's a pretty good deal for them.
Yeah.
I got into a conversation with a guy about this a couple weeks back, and he didn't understand why I thought that our prices should be higher.
Really?
Yeah, and I said, well, you go to, he goes to Illinois. So you go to Illinois, what's your tag cost you? And he told me. I said, I said, do you know what a resident tag is? He's like, well, no. I said, well, it ain't that much.
No.
And I said, so you're paying out there, you don't even think about it, right? No. And he's like, no, I don't care, I just like to go out there. I said, right. I said, so if people are coming here and they're willing to pay the money, it's just revenue for our DNR, our outdoors, our conservation.
For the state in general,
For
yes,
everything.
for conservation.
And I told another guy this, I said, whether you hunt or not, you're paying for the conservation of the state, no matter what. So I said, why wouldn't we take it? It's no different than toll booths going to Illinois.
True. I know, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? So, I welcome that. I mean, I don't have any problem with non-resident hunters. I care less. I just think that it's too cheap to come to do it
Yeah.
for the amount of tags you get.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's not $20 for a non-resident.
No.
It was raised only $20.
I raised $20.
Which is still a minimum price, I want to
But
say.
it was raised 12 for us.
I know. Isn't
So,
that something?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do the percentages on
Yeah,
that,
it's not
the
good.
increase wise. Yeah, I agree 100%. We should be, and it's the other aspect of it is thinking the quality hunt that you get here in Wisconsin. Now, there are some counties, the northern part of Wisconsin, where things are a little bit rough now, mostly due, in my opinion, to the wolves, and probably black bear kill on the fawns. But that all being said, it's too cheap to hunt Wisconsin. You go to Iowa, check Iowa's cost. Minnesota is about the same as Wisconsin, I believe, for out of state. But Iowa and Illinois, their costs are substantially higher for out of state hunting. And in Wisconsin, we are still the number one BC people in the nation.
Right.
So you're getting a quality hunt when you come here. Apparently there's a large number of deer according to our DNR. I don't know if that's false advertising or what you want to do there, but that part of it is somewhat disturbing to both Mike and I think, and that's what we're kind of complaining about here for that,
Right.
cost-wise.
Right.
You know? I mean, how many out-of-state hunters do we have? Do they break that down anywhere? Have you ever seen a number of that?
Let me see if I can find it.
But I'm sure it's a substantial amount for our gun season. Even bow seasons, I get it, you know, we're all fairly close together. I know a lot of guys from Minnesota come and hunt in Wisconsin, or even own land in Wisconsin. A lot of guys and girls come up from Illinois, same deal. But you guys don't understand. I mean, to me, I guess, you know, because people are going to jump on us all about this again when we voiced our opinion last time about it. You know, the cost of out-of-state hunting is getting ridiculous. Yeah, it is, and it's everywhere. But there's a lot of money and a lot of cost involved with the conservation of the areas you get to hunt. Everything's costing more. So
Right.
it is the way things are. And I hate to say this, but hunting's becoming a rich man's sport.
It is.
So I don't know if there's any other, you know, state where you can come and have a quality hunt like you can in our state for what I consider to be quality whitetails.
Well, that's the thing is that, you know, they want to talk about, everybody always wants to talk Illinois, Iowa, you hear Ohio all the time.
Yeah, I know Ohio
Kansas.
now. Yep.
Cool. It's still, Wisconsin still, by far,
Yes.
has the most Pope and Young and Boone and Crockett bucks taken.
Yep.
Every year, has forever. And that's only the ones that are actually put in the book.
And yeah, and people will say, well, everybody in Wisconsin puts it in the book.
Yeah.
You are incorrect.
Correct.
There's probably 85% of those that get put, or that aren't put into the book. Because we don't put any of our deer in the book.
Nope. I mean, you look at this last year. Well, this is total. I'm trying to get them to break it down for non-residents and residents, but 791,023 hunting licenses sold last year in Wisconsin.
Yep. 723,000.
Yep. 553,652 were for gun only. So it was about the same in 2023, but they don't tell you the breakdown of, because they probably don't want people to know.
No, probably not.
That's probably why.
Don't want it.
Yeah.
The truth?
They don't want, nobody wants the truth, Carl.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, and that's yeah, everybody's going to bag on us like, oh, you just don't want people hunting here. I really don't if you're not going to pay your money.
No,
I'm
that's
not
true.
going to lie to you. I mean, this is like, so you guys out there that have your private land, is it okay if we just send non-residents over there and let them hunt it? No,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you go out west or you go any other state, you know, hunt big game out west, or you're hunting whitetails in another state. You know, you're
And-
hunting public
And
mostly.
that goes for everybody who owns land, who lives out of state.
Yep.
Like, honest truth, if you are fortunate enough to be able to afford land in another state, great, congratulations. No discount for you when you come to hunt. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah. I saw, they were talking about, I watched a podcast the other day, and they were talking about whitetail licenses sold in Ohio.
Yeah.
It was only like 235,000.
Yeah.
And it was funny, they talk like that was just this massive number. I said, oh, that's funny, that's cute.
Yeah,
I'm like, 235. I'm like, we have more bow hunters than that.
we do.
Literally.
Yeah.
We have more bow hunters than that. So if you think about the scale of how the whitetails are hunted here,
Yeah.
you know, is astronomical. And then you wonder, you know,
Well,
why they reach the ages they reach.
yeah. Well, and the other thing you got to talk about at this point too is because, you know, the guys that are big into big bucks are going to say, well, you know, if Wisconsin's so great, then why doesn't it produce more big bucks? Well, because we can shoot two bucks here, and you know, I like the opportunity to shoot 2 bucks, but I wish I could do it with my bow, not a gun.
Right.
You know, I like a lot of the rules that Iowa has, but if we did that here in Wisconsin, the entire world would come unhinged.
Correct.
You know, out of state tags should be a draw in my eyes, just like Iowa is, because the entire state of Wisconsin is deer habitat.
Right.
Not the entire state of Iowa is deer habitat.
Well, and some people might not know also that we're rifle statewide.
Yeah. Well,
where Iowa is not.
Yeah, dude, you remember.
Illinois is not.
Yeah, you remember when we had, like, down here in southern Wisconsin, Dane County, where we are, or where I live, was shotgun only?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And you remember the size of the deer?
Mhm.
That, you know, a limited weapon will allow these deer to.
It was the whole reason I bought a muzzleloader back in the day, because everything I hunted was shotgun.
Right.
You know, so I had, at best, you have a limited, to me at the time, 100 yards if you're lucky with shotgun.
And then it still wasn't that
And
good.
it wasn't, you know, so I wanted a muzzleloader so I could at least accurately shoot that far.
Yeah. No, I remember when you got that.
But it's like, and then, you know, we went rifle statewide. I don't even know what year it was now. So deer have
CWD.
even less of a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know, so to get a deer into an older age class is not really that feasible, which is still funny because we still kill more Pope and Young and Boone and Crockett bucks
And then
every year than any other state.
Yep.
Even though we have, you know, 500,000 deer killed a year.
Yeah.
Plus, you
Plus.
know.
Yep.
So,
But we have a number of 2 million. That's
Yeah,
what we're
right.
hearing.
I mean,
I'd say there's more like 1.25 million, 1.5 million if we're lucky.
yeah, I believe that. I mean, I think most of them are on your land.
Not so much. Not so much.
1.25
On 70 some acres.
Yeah.
That's
But
tight. That's tight.
Yeah, I mean, the gun season is here. It is a shit show for you that live here. You probably know that.
Yeah.
You know, the public is just overrun here. I think that's something that I would bet you that our listeners, that our public hunters would appreciate less non-residents.
I would agree.
100%, because I know I would.
You know
when I
what
hunted
would-
public.
You know what? Yeah, I know. I did too.
You
You
know?
know, I remember. You know what would be a good rule for that? Is the South Dakota way that they do things, public
Yeah.
and private land.
Right.
You know, if they have their own land and they want to hunt their private land, they're going to get a tag, but it costs this much money.
Right.
Let's just say $475 to $500 would be
Yeah.
a starting point for
Private,
me.
in a private land only, you get a tag,
Yep.
but then the public lands all draw.
Yep. And if
Which
you-
we've talked about a lot.
yeah,
Well,
and limit the number of
Yeah.
the state
Limit it,
tags.
not just give everybody a tag.
Yeah.
Limit it. Say, well, okay, we're gonna give whatever, I don't know.
For gun and bow.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is. 5,000.
Yeah.
Just say 5,000. You know, that's all we're giving.
Right.
That's it. You know, not like the whopping 300 tags that they give out in North Dakota.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, right?
100.
100.
You know.
Yeah, 300. And people that have 2 points get them before people that have 4.
It's not a sore subject at all.
Anyhow.
Obviously, you know, I was just thinking about that, and I said that our public land hunters would probably love to have less non-residents, because the non-residents, that's where they are. I mean, 95% of them
Yeah, that's true.
are in the public.
Yep, or guys that actually are paying for a hunt.
Yeah,
So outfitters or whatever, which is lease land and hunting private, just in case you're all wondering.
right.
So
Only 100%.
only 100%. But yeah, I think that would solve a lot of our problems
Yeah,
for our
would
gun
help.
season. But in Wisconsin has, you're going to have a good opportunity to shoot a good buck here in Wisconsin during gun season.
Yep.
So we want you guys all to be basically safe, you know, out there.
Be safe, good luck.
You know your target and beyond and all of that neat
We'll
stuff.
be bow hunting.
We will be bow hunting in a different state
But-
on purpose.
Don't forget, if you guys are harvesting the animals out there, bucks and does or whatever, make sure you're sending us pictures. We've got a bunch that have been coming in the last several weeks.
And we appreciate all of
We
them.
appreciate that stuff. We want to see it. So anything you got, send it to us, especially if we helped you. If we didn't help you, don't tell us. We don't want to know. So
There's that, you know. And if you get a chance to check it out on Blue Collar Bucks, we're going to share them here at the end of the show, all the pictures we got, but we're also going to share all this stuff on Blue Collar Bucks. Blue Collar Bucks is our Facebook page.
yeah, it's everyday hunters out there, men, women, kids, being proud of what you do. Be proud of what you harvest out there. Think about what you actually did.
That's a
You're not
fact.
out there trying to be a big D swinger. Appreciate the animals, people.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
Followed up
Yeah,
with
buddy.
a shot, and he is definitely a beautiful whitetail. I'm ecstatic. Buddy Mike put a big buck down today. It's October 26th here in southern Wisconsin. Temperatures aren't exactly good.
We got another big one. This guy was fighting with was out here this morning. So we're gonna get back in there tonight. Carl shot a big one this morning. He's on his way here with that one. So we're gonna have 3 of them in the truck by tonight. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
but-
expect great footage because I got my personal camera there.